Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Hope you all had a wonderful sleep and you are all well rested and ready to face today's today. So the last video I did was thought and character, and I haven't done a video in a while. I apologize for that. Going through some stuff. Always having to refocus, recenter, bring myself back to where I am, and where I am is I am in control. Okay, so today we're going to read the next page. Now this is a decent one. Effect of thought on circumstances. And this one's pretty big. This one's like 4 or 5 pages. So I'm just going to do one page at a time. So this will probably be like a 3 or 4 part series. Hope you guys watch. So let's get started. A man's mind may be likened to a garden which may be intelligently cultivated or allowed to run wild. But whether cultivated or neglected, it must and will bring forth. If no useful seeds are put into it, then an abundance of useless weed seeds will fall therein, and will continue to produce their kind. Now, what do you think that means? Now, to me, if your mind is like a garden and, you just allow whatever thoughts to come and go and come and go and come and go, they're going to produce their kind and will bring forth. So, as a person that, if you're a gardener, you pull the weeds out, don't you? You plant the fruits and the flowers and the trees and whatever else that you want to experience. So it's the same with your thoughts. What you plant in here, you will experience out in the visible world of, material things. So that's what that, and it says, if no useful seeds are put into it, so if you are not deliberately putting proper thoughts here, then an abundance of useless weed seeds will fall therein. So you're just going to let whatever fall in. And that's not what you should do. What do you want to experience in life? What do you want? And you got to just remember, you're in control, man. You are in control. There's nobody else. There's no luck. There's no chance. There's no guessing. You. That's it. Okay, next paragraph. Just as a gardener cultivates his plot, keeping it free from weeds and growing the flowers and fruits which he requires, so may a man tend the garden of his mind, weeding out all the wrong, useless and impure thoughts, and cultivating toward perfection the flowers and fruits of right, useful, and pure thoughts. So that's kind of what I already explained on the paragraph before it. But tend to your garden, and stay focused. You have to stay focused. Now, I mean, I've read this book a few times. I'm breaking it down paragraph by paragraph. I have read At Your Command a few times. I have broken it down paragraph by paragraph. I have a few other books that I am reading, and that's just to help keep me focused and centered, because it's easy to go out in your daily lives and talk to other people where they might not be aware, they might not be conscious of what their thought process is, what they're thinking, and what they're doing when they say certain things to people. I mean, people say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Well, now that I've really thought about it, that's wrong. That's wrong. Yeah, sticks and stones will break your bones, but words, they can if you allow them to, right? If you allow them to hurt you, because what you focus on expands, what you think about grows, and what you dwell upon determines your destiny. So what are you thinking and focusing and dwelling upon? If your focus is on negative thoughts, negative situations, what do you think you're going to experience in life? It's that simple. It is that simple. And paragraph number 36 in At Your Command, let me just read it here for you. I have it written down. Paragraph number 36. It is easy to possess positive thoughts as it is to possess negative thoughts. Everybody is not conscious of being and just allows their reality to be unconsciously made. What the news tells you, what your friends tell you, what you experience or you're allowing into your brain at the time, that's going to be your reality. But you can change that. And so when I tell people about this, they automatically think it can't be this easy because man tends to complicate things. We complicate everything. Everything. Oh, no, it can't be that easy. Well, guess what? It is. It is that easy. Okay, let's continue. By pursuing this process, a man sooner or later discovers that he is the master gardener of his soul, the director of his life. He also reveals within himself the flaws of thought and understands with ever-increasing accuracy how the thought forces and mind elements operate in the shaping of character, circumstances, and destiny. Boom. That's a good one. That's a good one. I've broken this down in my other book here. So, yeah. So you reveal within yourself the flaws of thought and understand with ever-increasing accuracy how the thought forces and mind elements operate in the shaping of character, circumstances, and destiny. So, pay attention to what you're thinking. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's easy to just let your mind wander, right? It's easy to just let your mind wander. But don't let it. You're in control. What do you want to experience for yourself? Anyways, before I rant on and get off topic here. Okay, so next paragraph. Thought and character are one, and as character can only manifest and discover itself through environment and circumstance, the outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to be harmoniously related to his inner state or her inner state. So whatever you're thinking here, your circumstances outward they're related to what you're thinking here and how you're feeling here. Whether you believe it or not, think about it. Go back to the things that you experienced in your life, the good things that you experienced in your life. What were you thinking at that time? The bad things that you experienced in your life, what were you thinking at that time? Do some digging. Do some digging. Right? And it's really worth it. It really is. It really is worth it. I've completely flipped my thought process, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, so this does not mean that a man's circumstances at any given time are an indication of his entire character, but that those circumstances are so intimately connected with some vital thought element within himself that for the time being they are indispensable to his development. So what I get from that is depending on the circumstance, it doesn't. Man's at any given time are an indication of his entire character. So depending on the circumstance, it's not giving, it could just be a little bit of your character, not your whole character. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. And then it says, but that those circumstances are intimately connected with some vital thought element within himself. So there's obviously something, the circumstance that you're experiencing has something to do with the thought that you have put here a few times. or are constantly thinking about it. But for the time being, they are indispensable to your development. So that means it's going to make you better, right? So the circumstance that you're going through right now, for instance, me, what I'm going through with all of this, like, this is unbelievable. This is amazing. I love this. Why have I not caught on to this sooner? You know, I was unconsciously doing this because I always had a good attitude. Yeah, I have dropped the ball. I have been, have had a crappy attitude. But once you come to the realization that everything you experience in life is based on what you put here, holy man, I switched. Boom, just like that. That's it. Why turn back? Why turn back? And, I catch myself if I start thinking something that I shouldn't be thinking. I catch myself and I go, no, nope, I'm in control. I choose the thoughts I want to think about, not my brain. Okay, let's continue on. Every man is where he is by the law of his being. The thoughts which he has built into his character have brought him there. And in the arrangement of his life there is no element of chance, but all is the result of a law which cannot err. This is just as true of those who feel out of harmony with their surroundings as those who are contented with them. So you are where you are from the thoughts that you have built into your character. And those thoughts have brought you to where you are. And everything you have experienced in your life is a result of those thoughts and what you have built into your character. So those people that feel out of harmony with their surroundings, maybe people who are unhappy with where they're at, as opposed to people who are happy with where they're at. I think that could be a huge thing because, depending on where you work, there's people that are, don't like this job, or always doing that. Always doing that. Do you ever see them have a good day with that type of attitude? Right? And that's their choice. That's their choice to do that. They do that to themselves. The day is what you make of it. The day is what you make of it. If you want to have a shitty day, guess what? Go ahead, have a shitty day. You choose it. You want to experience all garbage? Go ahead. I deter you not to do that, or encourage you not to do that. So what I've come to the conclusion of is when I'm faced with a problem, in the book At Your Command, it tells you to, as soon as you touch the solution of the problem should be gone from your brain. Right? Because the majority of the world, when a problem happens, we put so much focus on the actual problem that we're just giving it energy. We're just giving it power. And we're going to keep experiencing it and experiencing it and experiencing it. Think of the solution. Once you found the solution, the problem is gone because you already know how to fix the problem. The problem's gone. You got the solution. Right? It should be that easy. And, I experience, just with certain circumstances that when a problem arises, it's just like, okay, the problem is there. Let's keep talking about the problem. Let's keep talking about the problem. Okay, here's the solution, but no, let's keep talking about the problem. Right? That's not, no. Don't do that. If you find the solution, you let go of the problem, period. That's it. Okay, let's move on. As a progressive and evolving being, man is where he is that he may learn, that he may grow, And as he learns a spiritual lesson which any circumstance contains for him, it passes away and gives place to other circumstances. So this one's a big one for me because right now I'm going through a huge breakthrough with just everything. I am where I am at, so I may learn and I may grow. And the spiritual lesson is that, I'm in control. That the brain is a muscle that you use to serve you. That the brain is not you. It's kind of weird, to say that. Your brain is not you. Your thoughts have produced your character, which is you. If that makes any sense. I know a lot of people can't grasp this because that reverts back to paragraph 36 in At Your Command. We tend to complicate things. And it's like, oh, no, it can't be that easy. It can't be that easy. Why is it that easy? Why would it be that easy? So yeah, the spiritual lesson which any circumstance contains for him, it passes away and gives place to other circumstances. So, yeah. On here I put, I am meant to be where I am because I put myself in this position with my subconscious mind. Okay, next. Man is buffeted by circumstances so long as he believes. Hi, Ben. I miss you, buddy. Vern. It's good to see you guys. Well, I'm not seeing you, but you're there. Yeah. Love you guys. Man is buffeted by circumstances so long as he believes himself to be the creature of outside conditions. But when he realizes that he is a creative power and that he may command the hidden soil and seeds of his being, out of which circumstances grow, he then becomes the rightful master of himself. So, this to me, I actually wrote it down in my book. Which one is this? So this to me means, if you think that everything happens in your life just by chance or some outside circumstances are causing what you're experiencing, you're always going to be, you're never going to fully realize that you have the power to command what you want in your life. If you think that, say you park your car at a parking lot at the mall and you come out and somebody dinged your door on your car. Now, automatically, you're going to place blame on the person that dinged your car with their door. But who parked the car there? Who parked the car there? You did. You parked the car there. So is it the other person's fault that your car got dinged by their door, or is it your fault, your responsibility that your car got dinged because you parked the car there? See, that's the difference in thinking. Once you assume responsibility for everything in your life, even that, right? It's like Susie's car. Susie parks her car on a street and her driver's side door got dinged up. Is it Susie's fault? Or is it the people that dinged her car up? Right? And that's the biggest thing, is that with a lot of people, everybody has issues in claiming responsibility for something that they did wrong. Because I don't know why. If you make a mistake, that's okay. It happens. We all make mistakes. Own up to it. And, that's just the way it is. Assume responsibility. I made a mistake. That's my bad. Right? I made a mistake. Don't ever say my bad. I made a mistake. Learn and grow from it. Right? But don't let other people just continually put that mistake on you. It's like that, the one thing I saw on Facebook there. Teacher does 10 math problems, but he does the first one wrong. But all the other ones are right. So everybody in the classroom starts laughing because he got that one wrong. So that goes to show you that everybody puts their attention on the wrong instead of the right. So it doesn't matter how many things you do right. If you do one thing wrong, that's what everybody focuses on, and that's wrong. Right? How can anybody ever improve if you focus on the one thing that they did wrong and not the other things that they do right? So, I mean, Cool. I don't really do the podcast things, but I like to read and write. It focuses me more, I think. But I'm not against checking that out. Podcasts on Spotify, or can you do podcasts on YouTube? But yeah, that's the way the world is, because that's the way we were programmed. You do something wrong, that's what we should focus on. Oh, Talon did this wrong. Talon did this wrong. Talon did this wrong. Talon did this wrong. But what about everything I have done right? What about that? Right? It's crazy. Once you realize that that's how the world works, is everybody focuses on negative things instead of the positive things, and then nothing ever changes in their lives. Well, let me tell you, I'm in control of this. Nobody else. I don't let bullshit in here. Period. You got something that's not encouraging or negative, or you want to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. If it's not beneficial to me, I'll listen. I got no problem listening. But guess what? I am always going to present to you a solution. Always. I've already done it to people I've talked to. I don't let it get in here. And I don't focus on the problem when they're talking about the problem. I give them the solution. Right? That way I'm not giving the problem any energy and making it go from this little big to blown out of proportion where it's just like, oh my God, it's the fucking end of the world. Pardon my language, I shouldn't have said that. But let's continue on. That circumstances grow out of thought. Every man knows who has for any length of time practiced self-control and self-purification, for he will have noticed that the alteration in his circumstances has been in exact ratio with his altered mental condition. Wow, that's a good one. Because since I have switched my way of thinking, I've seen it. I've seen it happen. Let me tell you guys a story. 1 second. Okay, so you guys can think what you want. That's your choice. But I'm gonna tell you a little story here. So Susie wanted a new fish tank, and I told her I don't really think about the fish. She does. So I was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to tell me what you want. And she's like, okay, well, I want a fish tank with LED lights and a new filter system with filters that are actually in circulation, because we needed to buy a new one because our fish tank, the filters, you couldn't find them anymore. Or you had to order them from a certain location, whatever. But Susie wanted a new fish tank. Okay, so LED lights, new filter system, what else? So she told me, and then she didn't give me a size, so that's fine. And then I asked her, how much am I spending? She said $899. I'm like, nope. $250 or less. $250 or less. Where am I buying it? She said PetSmart. So I'm putting all of this everything that I'm going through, everything that I'm learning right now, I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this to the test. So I thought about the fish tank that day after she told me. I thought about it at nighttime. Before I went to sleep, I saw myself walking into PetSmart, buying a fish tank for $250. And that's what I was going to pay, period. So this is 2 days prior before buying it. So on Wednesday, October 30th, Wednesday, September 30th, my bad. Wednesday, September 30th, I went out and got my hair cut. I went to AJ's. I went to AJ's Pets and Things, and because my friend Kaylee that I walked to with school when I was picking up the kids said, "Oh hey, yeah, they're having a blowout sale. Go check them out. They have their floor model stuff on sale." I'm like, okay, well, I'll go check it out. It's just around the corner. So I walked over, went inside, and the energy in there wasn't right? I could tell. But I went and I looked anyways. I walked around, I looked at the fish tanks. There's nothing that stood out. There was nothing that was complete. There was nothing that Susie was looking for. So I'm like, no, I told myself PetSmart. So I drove to Kelowna and I went to PetSmart. Now I walked in, I got her fish tank, and I told myself, I had 2 days, I marinated on this. I told myself $250, $238.99. Now, knowing how everybody else in the world thinks, they're going to be like, oh, you lucked out. Wow, aren't you lucky? Well, I'm just going to tell you right now that I call bullshit on that. This states that there are no outside circumstances for anything that happens in your life. None. None whatsoever. So what you want, you can experience it. I put it to the test. $238 at PetSmart. PetSmart. Where's the date? The date is there. Wednesday, October. Oh, there it is. Wednesday, September 30th. Boom! So if you realize that there's no outside circumstances for anything that happens in your life, and you become aware that you are in control of every situation, you are in control of every experience, you are in control of every circumstance, you are in control of absolutely everything in your life, why would you not change your way of thinking? Huh? Why would you not change it? And I have this in my wallet as a reminder. So when I open up my wallet, I see this. I see this every time I open it up. And that just reminds me that I'm in control. What do I want? What do I want to experience? So, that's what I've been working on. Anyways, I kind of went off the deep end there. So we were on the circumstances grow out of thought. Every man knows who has for any length of time practiced self-control and self-purification. For he will have noticed that the alteration in his circumstances has been in exact ratio with his altered mental condition. So true is this, that when a man earnestly applies himself to remedy the defects in his character and makes swift and marked progress, he passes rapidly through a succession of vicissitudes. Yeah, so, boom, that's it. The circumstances grow out of thought. Every man knows who has gone for any length of time, practice self-control and self-purification, which I have been doing since day one of this breakthrough, this realization that I've had. I do not let any thought in my brain take root unless it's a good one, period. That's it. If somebody's talking to me about how their day's shitty, guess what? Well, I'm on guard. I'm on guard 24/7, period. 24/7. And then I present solutions to those people that are talking about something that, is on the negative side. Because that's what a lot of it, that just stems back to we have 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day. 80% of them are negative. 95% of them are repetitive. You understand that? 80% are negative. 95% are repetitive. Wow. So you're thinking shit every day. You're going to experience every day. And out of that 80, if you only have 20% of positivity, how is that going to take over 80%? Like, how much information do you receive a day that gets you amped, excited, makes you feel good? Right? Reading this book, doing all sorts of, doing my IMs. Like, I have a piece of paper that I carry around with me. I actually have it in my pocket right now. Boom. That's crazy. Look at this. I carry this around with me, and whenever I have a thought that comes into my mind, I read my IMs. And your IMs could be anything. What are you? Right? I am health, I am wealth, I am calm, I am peace, I am strong, I am handsome, I am loved, I am success, I am confidence, I am in control, I am good at everything I do. I am a husband, I am a father, I am funny, I am charming, I am abundance, I am determined, I am motivated, I am dedicated, I am intelligent, I am free of fear. Those are all the things I am. That's my character. That's me building my character. And, you need to, when it comes down to this, you need to put the work in. Like, I've told myself I have 35 years of catching up to do. Because unconsciously I was doing this. But now that I'm aware and I'm conscious of this, I do this all day long. All day long. Because I want to experience the best life, period. The best life. And you're not going to experience the best life if 80% of your thoughts are negative and 95% of them are repetitive. So start having 80% positive thoughts and having 95% repetitive positive thoughts, and watch your life just change for the better. Mine already has. It's amazing. It is amazing. So yeah, do that. I encourage you guys to do that. Write on a piece of paper your IMs. When you catch yourself slipping and you're starting to think and dwell on a thought that you shouldn't be dwelling on, bust out that piece of paper, go over your IMs, recenter yourself, right? And then carry on with your day. The soul attracts that which it secretly harbors, that which it loves, and also that which it fears. It reaches the height of its cherished aspirations. It falls to the level of its unchastened desires, and circumstances are the means by which the soul receives its own. So, the soul attracts that which it secretly harbors. Now, you harbor everything here. It's in secret. You also keep all your fears here. Right? Now, you're only afraid of things because you're told you are. Right? Like the other day, for instance, I'll give you a story. I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom and I had a spider drop down and land right beside me. Now, before I let my mind tell me to go, oh shit, and smush it, I was like, no, I'm not scared of that thing. I'm not scared of it. Society, when you talk to people about spiders, oh my God, spiders, kill them. They're scary, they're going to bite you, they're scary. If you have years of that being put into here, is that what you actually feel? Right? Because I've switched. I saw that spider land beside me and I'm like, oh, you're a cool looking spider. I got some tissue paper. put it on the tissue paper, and guess what? The thing jumped onto my hand. It jumped onto my hand. Now, previously, before controlling this, I would have been like, oh shit, flung it off and been like, did the whole song and dance of get it off me. No, I was calm. It was on my hand. I was like, okay, well, I was taking it outside anyways. So I let it crawl on my hand. I went outside. I set it down on the grass. It was gone. Boom. Done. The power you have to control the outcome of every situation is right here. Same with wasps. You know, everybody's like, "Oh my God, wasps are asshole." You gonna learn today? I don't think that anymore. Right? I don't let them bug me. And those are those little tests that you put yourself through to see how much control of your mind you actually have. Like I know in my shed that the wasps like to make nests in there. So when I walk in there, I used to be, on guard. Oh, is there a nest? Is there a nest? Now I just walk in, get what I need to do because I'm focused. If you're focused on your fears, you're going to be afraid your whole life. If that's what you're focused on. Focus on the good. And you'll never think about the bad. Right? Every thought, seed, sown, or allowed to fall into the mind and to take root there produces its own blossoming sooner or later into act and bearing its own fruitage of opportunity and circumstance. Good thoughts bear good fruit, bad thoughts, bad fruit. So, that's the end of this page. I know it's long. If you guys have any questions, feel free, like I said, feel free to message me. I love talking about this. If you want to call me and you don't have my phone number, message me. I'll give you my phone number. We can talk about it. I love talking about this stuff. And I want to make more people take control. Take control of your life. It's easy. Be in control of what you're thinking 24/7. If you start seeing yourself drift, pull out your IMs. I have vision boards all over the house. I look at them all the time. Right? And when you go out and you talk to people in the street, talk to your friends, talk to your families and stuff like that. Like I tell if we're talking about a certain topic and it's not something that's going to benefit me, or if it's just going to put certain ideas or thoughts into people's minds, I squash it right then and there. I'm like, no, we don't need to talk about this at all. Period. Right? Especially if it was a problem that happened a couple weeks ago. Why are we even talking about it? We already solved the issue. We had the solution. Why are we bringing it back? Don't bring it back. Don't live in past experiences. Right? For instance, when I was a kid, I was at Cal Beach here, and I went to go get a beach ball. And I was wading in the water, and the water went from waist high to neck high, and next thing you know, I was being pulled by a creek. The current was actually really strong. The water was deep. I was probably 14, 15, maybe 16. And I ended up grabbing onto this little twig. This green bush had a long twig. I ended up grabbing onto it, and I pulled myself up onto this little island, and I climbed up over the fence, and I saved myself. And now most people, like when I see a river or something like that, most people would bring back a past experience with that. Right? Oh, I don't like rivers. Well, that was only one time. Who says that this time is going to be the same? It's only the same if you want it to be the same. I'm not scared of rivers. Right? That was one time. Why would I bring that time back? You shouldn't. Just like, how people dwell on whether their parents, spank them or something like that and hold it against them. Why would you do that? right? Why would you do that? Don't do that. Don't hold on to things that happened in the past. Move forward. Move forward from things like that. And once you realize that, if you're gonna encounter something like me and Susie, we want to go Whitewater Rapid or do the Whitewater Rapids or whatever, something like that, or Zach, or and instantly, if you've had a bad past experience with rivers or whatever, you're gonna think about that time. Like for me, that time I almost drowned. I almost got, something bad could have happened, but it didn't. It didn't. I saved myself. So if I'm going to go do Whitewater Rapids, that's going to be the furthest thing from my mind. I'm not even going to think about that. I'm going to think about how much fun I'm going to have, what I'm going to experience this time, because it's new. It's not the same. But yeah, so that's the first page on effect of thought on circumstances from the book As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. So it's a lot to take in. If you want, I suggest you get the book, you read it. I did. I'm continuing to read it. I'm breaking it down. And I love it, man. This knowledge in here, to be able to be fully aware of what you want to experience in life and just take control by using this. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. It's friggin' amazing. It's friggin' amazing. And I want everybody to experience this. So take control. Call me anytime. 9 to 5, Monday to Thursday. Okay, I drop my kids off at school at 8:30. My wife goes to work by 9. I am free from 9 to 5. So, yeah, if you have any questions about this, message me. I suggest you read the book, and then that way you can get a better grasp on it, because I kind of break it down. I read a paragraph and then I break it down and then kind of go off on a tangent because I like to tell stories. But check it out, read it. If you don't have the book, buy it on Amazon. It's cheap. It's not very expensive. It's not a big book. I think it's like 18 pages of regular paper size. And digest it. Read the paragraphs and try to figure out what they're trying to say. And once you do that and you realize that, holy crap, my thoughts have that much effect on my life, why would you ever think bad thoughts again? And there are circumstances that might make you think that, but remember, be solution based. Don't dwell on the problem, because like Albert Einstein says, we can't fix the problems. We can't fix yesterday's problems with the same thinking that we used to create them. We can't fix today's problems with the same thinking that we used to create them. The same thinking we used to create them. We created the problem. We can't solve that problem if we use the same thinking. Anyways, that's all for today. Tomorrow I will continue on with this. I will do page 5 and go through the paragraphs. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I know I'm going to. I am having a wonderful day already because I got to share this wonderful information with you guys. So, have a great day. I love you. See you tomorrow.